senior community is diverse in its needs, it's important that they're continually supported and protected from neglect and abuse. I'm now joined by Susannah Meyer from Empowered Aging to talk about the ways her organization uplifts our elderly population. So good to see you.
Good to see you too. Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for doing this. Tell us about Empowered Aging and how it serves the Tri-Valley.
So Empowered Aging has a variety of resources, as many agencies serving older adults and adults with disabilities do, but our primary one is Ombudsman Services, and that's a word not a lot of people are familiar with.
Oh, yeah.
But what it means is that our primary program is we protect the rights of people living in long-term care, whether they're adults with disabilities or whether they are seniors. And our staff goes into facilities unannounced on a regular basis just to make sure that people are being taken care of, their needs are being met, that there isn't any abuse or neglect going on. So that's our primary, and we've been doing that one for decades, actually in 3 counties, Alameda and Contra Costa and Solano. We also have a healthcare career pathway program, which is to address the rising need of direct care support workers, because we know our older adults, the population is growing by leaps and bounds very, very quickly. We don't have the direct care workforce we really, really need to meet that crisis. And so one of the programs we have is, it's a workforce development partnership to bring CNA certification to people who have addressable barriers to a long-term career. In fact, it's about to expand into Alameda County. We're really excited about that. There's information on all of these on our website, by the way, but we also have an MSW internship program, and our interns also support the ombudsman work. They go through the same training. They go into the facilities just like an ombudsman staff person would, and again, protect the rights and make sure there's no abuse happening. And we have a friendly visiting and telephone reassurance program in Solano. All in all, what we're doing is advocacy, protection, education, helping families to know that their loved ones are protected as well.
That is so wonderful, because that's probably, you know, one of the biggest concerns about putting someone in a home. And you do see terrible things that happen, and some of them are on fiction shows and some of them are on news shows.
Right, that's true.
So thank you for protecting our elderly when they may not be able to advocate for themselves.
Yeah, and I would say in the Tri-Valley, by the way, for specifically Dublin, Pleasant, and Livermore, we've got just about 3,000 people living in long-term care facilities, whether it's a 6-bed facility or residential care, assisted living, skilled nursing, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so we have around, I believe it's around 65 facilities altogether in those 3 cities, and we protect the residents in every one of those facilities, regardless of what their needs are.
That is amazing, and I imagine the impromptu visits are key.
Yeah, we are state mandated.
Key.
We are state mandated to do that. So people know that we'll be coming. They don't know when we'll be coming.
Good.
But when we come in, we have access to everything.
So tell us a little bit about the Elder Justice Program, what that entails.
The Elder Justice Program is specific to Solano County, but it's kind of like doing the work of the Ombudsman Program, but for people living in their own homes.
Oh,
And
nice.
Yeah, and so what we're trying to talk about today is the See Me, Hear Me campaign, and it's because June is World Elder Abuse Awareness Month. And we feel like there isn't enough attention on the needs of people that are older and people with disabilities because they are unseen and unheard. Unfortunately, we see people forgetting when someone is institutionalized that they still matter, they still have a voice, they still deserve to be seen and heard. And so for the month of June, we're launching a campaign to really raise awareness around that. See me, hear me.
Love it.
It's a hard thing to do because the people that we serve, when we serve them, are at their very most vulnerable. They've gone through trauma, they've been abused, they've been exploited. And so to be able to tell a story in a compelling way and help people to understand the work we're doing, it helps to have a photo and to have something relatable, a story we can tell, and yet people don't want their photo taken when they're at their most vulnerable.
Oh, no.
So the idea for the paddle was to hide, to be able to protect someone's identity and protect their vulnerability while still being able to tell a story. So the photos that we're collecting, we've got residents and elected officials and state leaders and our staff members and volunteers, and we're collecting photos and we're raising awareness for the month of June. Tomorrow I'll be in Sacramento at the World Elder Abuse Awareness Day event.
Wow.
It's good work. It's important work. And it is just one of those things, like if we're not protecting our most vulnerable, we're not doing our job.
No, we are not.
Yeah.
We are not. Where can we learn more about everything that you do at Empowered Aging, and specifically the social campaign and the hashtags associated?
So we have our website, of course, empoweredaging.org. And this campaign will be launched on all of our social sites. We're on pretty much everyone you can imagine, your Facebook and your Twitter and your Instagram and LinkedIn, everywhere you can imagine. We've got a video launching tomorrow that has a collage, if you will, of photos, and then some facts around elder abuse. And 1 in 10 adults in the country over the age of 60 has been the victim of abuse. And yet only 1 in 24 cases actually gets reported. So it's a big crisis, and it's something we really need to look at. And so part of the crisis comes from not having enough direct care workforce to be able to support the population. So that's
you were addressing that at Empowered Aging.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here. The website one more time?
empoweredaging.org.
Thank you so much for
what
you
Mel.
do.